Okay guys, we are in Vero Beach, Florida, on the southern east coast of Florida. We're turning on Route 1. We're going to be headed towards, they call like Miracle Mile, where most of the shops are and supermarkets. In my opinion, Vero Beach is one of the best areas on the southern east coast of Florida, especially if you're looking for a more laid-back, calm lifestyle. I believe Vero Beach is the new Port St. Lucie. Port St. Lucie, Florida is about a half hour south of here. It has become very much developed over the course of the past 10 years as people migrate to Florida, and also people in South Florida like Miami, they've migrated up to get a little bit out of the hustle and bustle. So I believe that Vero Beach has a lot of room still to expand. I believe, though, the community does a good job of not overdeveloping. They have a lot of 55 and older communities. The nicest areas are over the bridge on the beach side, like most areas. On Highway A1A, they have some great beach parks, a lot of free parking. Just a very quaint, respectful town. It is a little bit of a religious town. You see, there is a heavy presence. Christians, Jehovah's Witness, and so that's a little bit still embedded in the culture. But you got a good mix. There's certainly some pockets of bad areas or not as desirable. There's a few panhandlers. There's some homeless. There's some drug problems. But overall, solid working class, retirement, wholesome community. I try to give you like everything, all the different aspects of it. But overall, I think you would do good in Vero Beach. The only thing is, economically, if you weren't retired, you would probably have to commute to Melbourne, Florida, which is about 40 minutes north of here, or an hour and a half or so south to Palm Beach County, where there's more jobs. So, that's why a little bit this is more of a retiree zone. Because most of the economic job opportunities are related to service industries, like hotels, restaurants, etc. So, if you were developing your career as a younger person, that's an issue, right? Because you want to develop. Then now there is a hospital like any major area. So if you were going to be a nurse or something like that, you'd be good. There's always opportunity for car mechanics. You'd do fine here, or tradesman, plumber, electrician, etc. But this is not a huge area for economic activity. This is more for retirement. And so we're getting close here to the main strip. They have a nice little downtown. I really like this, as far as like just this one little cute main strip. I forgot which street it is here, 20th or 21st Street. I believe it's 21st Street. Right off Route 60, which is the main street that goes all the way to I-95, which is about 10-15 minutes from here. So off this main street, there's a Fresh Market, which is a higher end supermarket, a Publix, a very nice Publix, auto repair shops, some restaurants. It's very quaint, but it's very nice. I feel very safe for the most part. Dollar store to the left. I know we're in the sun here, so you may not get as great as perspective. But we're just 5 minutes away from the Atlantic Ocean. And, I've met a couple people on my channel that grew up here. And they, migrated out. They may or may not have had a great experience. Like I say, I empathize that if you grow up here, the experience may have not been the best, because, the economic opportunities, if you grow up here versus if you transplant here, you come from somewhere else and you already have your money and you're established, there's two different experiences, right? You grow up here, you may be working in the service industries, you may have had a very religious family, and that could become overwhelming and almost something that you want to rebel from. And there's a lot of, obviously it's hot. So, if you come from up north, it's cold. It's cold, you've already made your money, so you come down here, it's hot, you can enjoy your money, you can get a nice house for what you made up north, and so your experience as someone who has come from another state to here, is going to be different on Vero Beach versus someone who grew up here and, you know, their experience. But this is a nice supermarket area. To me, this is one of the nicest Publix. TG Maxx. There's some restaurants in the back, banking, and across the street is a fresh market, which I love. They have great food, a little higher end, a little costly. But this Publix is awesome. I really like it. I really like this shopping area, this Treasure Coast Plaza, it's called. This is on the Treasure Coast. So, in my opinion, I think you do very well, okay, to live around here. I would say Vero Beach is one of my top 3 choices in Southeast Florida. Okay, so, yeah, that's the bottom line. There's a Panero Bread. This is just, look, a solid area. Again, depending on your experience, I try to give you a well-rounded thought process here. But I enjoy this area of Florida. I've met some good people from here in person and online. There are a lot of seniors. There are a lot of locals. I mean, but you're in a tropical zone here. You got the coconut trees. You got lush landscaping. And you're away from the hustle and bustle of South Florida as far as like Palm Beach, Broward County, Dade County. Those are very congested areas. Up here, when you get into Treasure Coast, very uncongested. Affordable housing, more open land, more of a relaxing feel. And so to me, that's value, okay? And I believe that Vero Beach, you know, like I said, the baby boomers are retiring and they're going to pass away within the next 10, 20 years. So I know there's a lot of anxiety and sometimes anger over overdevelopment. But what I want to tell you, in 10, 20 years, as the baby boomers pass away and current generations have lower birth rates, no area is going to be overdeveloped because there's going to be a flood of less people leaving the earth. I mean, there's going to be a passing of a whole generation, and the newer generation doesn't have as many babies. That's why they call the current generation in their 60s and 70s the baby boomers. They called them the baby boomers because they had high birth rates. The next generations, the Generation X, the millennials, etc., they have lower birth rates. So there's going to be less people on the earth. So, you know, it's, you know, just something to think about. You know, there's tons of area to develop here. Again, I think Vero Beach is not going to allow too much overdevelopment because they're very conscious, okay, of keeping a certain culture in this area. And I respect that. And, but I do want to share with you that I believe if you wanted to retire in a southern Florida tropical environment with great beaches, to me, Vero Beach has just as nice of beaches as Palm Beach County. And I'm not kidding you. And the water's a little bit cooler in the summer. It's very nice. So, yeah, this is one of my top 3 selections, Vero Beach, no doubt about it. You do good to live here. Again, obviously, like every place, you got to do your research. Every place in Vero Beach is not glorious, okay? And obviously, the closer to the beach, the better. Obviously, you got to think about your own individual circumstance, your economic opportunities, etc. And, you know, you got to put some planning into your life, you know. But I just wanted to point it out, you know, right over the bridge, if we made a right here, right over this bridge is the Atlantic Ocean. And that's what they consider beachside on Highway A1A, which you have $1 million homes. And it's just a great area, but they got a lot of free parking, which is rare in South Florida. The Treasure Coast area still have free parking. Once you get like a couple hours south of here, no free parking on the beach. So there's an intercoastal, there's a river underneath this bridge. So you have a river, you have a beach. You're in a good shape here. So I hope these videos help you. If they do, click that thumbs up. You want to support the channel, click that blue join button. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you've ever been to Vero Beach, what your thoughts are. Check out my playlist, which has thousands of free videos about Florida, simple living, etc. And keep showing up. Keep writing down your ideas. When you write down something, you're 80% more likely to accomplish it, whether it's an idea for a video, whether it's an item from the supermarket. 80% more likely to accomplish a goal when you write it down, okay? And so write it down and show up. Don't take a nap, push yourself. Don't take a nap, push yourself. Sleep at night instead of being up all night. You're up all night because you take a nap during the day. You're messing up your sleep cycle. All right, guys and girls, keep pushing forward, live in an environment that inspires you, because inspiration is divine energy. Never forget it.